Welcome back to Africa 54. Nigeria boasts a vibrant media landscape, but press freedom in the West African nation remains elusive. Media organizations are often faced with the delicate task of balancing their social responsibility with business and political interests. And now, as VOA's Carolyn reports, there is a new threat.
Nigeria is said to have a vocal and relatively free press by the standards of their West African region. Criticism of its leaders is often tolerated, but the country's press continues to be plagued by political interference, self-censorship, poor working conditions, and more recently, attacks by the Islamic militant group Boko Haram. In a report published early this year by Reporters Without Borders, which publishes an annual press freedom index, Nigeria was ranked 115th out of the 179 countries featured. David Erikpe, a seasoned editor at a leading daily newspaper, This Day, knows too well how tough it is to survive as a journalist in the country.
We are endangered, one, in the sense that, we don't have insurance cover. That's one. Secondly, journalists are not too well paid in Nigeria. The third one is that, we don't have security. Security, not security in the sense of maybe money and all. It's security in the sense that when you report, we have instances where you report a story, and it could be a politician, it could be a banker, somebody will just go after you.
Nigerian authorities usually tolerate criticism of government by the press, but journalists are sometimes targeted and harassed by security forces, and the Secret Service is said to keep surveillance on reporters. But the situation worsened last year with the emergence of the militant Islamic sect, Boko Haram, which carried out attacks on the press.
The most threat that we've faced so far is the Boko Haram threat to journalists, their lives, and sometimes manhandling by the police. But for a guy who was shot in Eche, that was one experience that we would pray that we never relive or come to experience again.
DEJI OLUMOYE, chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, says there was freedom of press to some extent in the country, but political influence has made it difficult.
The politics is already creeping into the role the media is expected to play. You will discover that at various times, the media may be willing to do some of its statutory roles, but it's more or less impeded, or there are hindrances from both left, right, and center.
Some residents who religiously follow Nigerian news through newspapers say the media is not as free as it should be.
There's a limitation to their freedom, and it will not, when you are being checkmated, when you are being monitored, when you are being fixed or manipulated, you can't be able to do what you ought to do. You understand me? When you are afraid of the power that be, you can't be able to present the way the issue are.
Authorities recently charged 2 reporters of the local daily leadership with forgery. The Committee to Protect Journalists has called on Nigeria's police force to stop harassing leadership's staff. Carolyn Turner, VOA News.